March 28th here in Southern Ontario, Canada. So I'm not doing well today on the computer with the research. I guess I'm maybe just not quite into it or whatever. I proved to some degree of conclusivity that the big banks are corporate sponsors of the WEF. I wanted to go further down that, find the TD Bank managerial staff, link them as WEF members, and or young global leaders graduates, which makes them a member. However, I'm not doing too well on that. So let's go back to what I do reasonably well, as some of you seem to think anyways. You know, as this whole TD issue is all over TikTok and everything with the new digital agreement, there's a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty, people getting BS or mis or disinformation from their banks. I think I pretty well clarified that in an earlier video, but here's my point. I see in the comments, a couple on my channel and some on some other channels, that it seems the Royal Bank has announced a digital contract as well, but I can neither confirm nor deny that. Now, I'm getting to my point finally. Let's say in my little hometown here, I can stand in the middle of the block and see, I'll say all four big banks, BMO, CIBC, Scotia, and Royal. Did I get the TD in there? Well, whatever. And let's say one of those banks has a sign that says, we don't do the digital thing. People are going to flock to those other 3 or 4 banks, pull out their cash, walk across the street with it, and put it in the one bank that isn't playing ball. And I see in the comments on a lot of these videos, I've already taken my money out of the TD. I'm going to take my money out of the TD. I've already moved my money to another bank. I'm moving to a credit union on the theory they're not going to play ball with this digital stuff. Now, here's my point, and I was trying to kind of see if I couldn't get some conclusivity to this theory on the internet here today on the computer at the library, but I'm just not doing well with it today. So anyways, my theory is they're all going to do it. And here's a question maybe some of you can answer me in the comments with some degree of assurity. Did the credit unions in Canada participate in the bank seizing and freezing of the monies to the convoy supporters, or the support of the convoy in Ottawa last year? Because I gotta figure, well, A, that the credit unions, while being independent from the big banks, are still under the same mandates, dictates, laws, and government of our Canadian government as what the banks are. I could be mistaken in that to some extent. And now, the TD, I think, is just the first one to come out with it. Again, no confirmation whether the Royal has announced said digital yet. But again, if only one bank didn't do it, there'd be a run from the other ones. Even the people who know nothing about digital or even are concerned about it, they'd be going, hey, Ralph, what are you doing? Oh, I'm carrying my money across the street from the TD to Bank C because they're not doing the digital thing. Oh, is there going to be a run in the bank, do you think, Ralph? Could be, Harry. Maybe you better get your money out. So the people at the TD aren't stupid. The managerial staff, let's call it. They know that what is happening was going to happen. So I don't think that the TD's the only one. I think they're just the first one. And I think the other ones are all going to comply with the same thing, which again I think comes from our government, from the WEF. And again, I think that the credit unions are going to have to play ball as well. Although, I was hoping to get a little further down the path of supporting some of these theories of mine today. I'm really not doing well with it. And because there's so much interest on social media, on the internet in this subject matter, for the moment at least, I'm going to leave it alone. Let me know what you think in the comments. Again, I'm very curious. Can anyone say with a surety that they know of one or more credit unions that did freeze or seize bank accounts during the convoy time in Ottawa and the enactment of the Emergencies Act, etc.? Because I think that would answer the question whether the credit unions are under the same rules as what the banks are. So I'm going to leave this here now. I got a couple of sloppy videos I'm going to post of what I was trying to find today that I may as well post just, because I can. So I'm off now to pursue this this healthcare stuff, the survey. But might as well leave that for another video. Appreciate your patience. I know I didn't get a lot nailed down here today, but well, I'm trying my best.